The Iowa caucuses are just days away, and the two leading Democratic presidential hopefuls are fighting tooth and nail for every last vote. Brianna Kyler reports.
And I know how to get that done.
A mad dash around the Hawkeye State just 3 days before Iowans pick their candidates.
It's going to be a very, very close election. It will depend on voter turnout. If we win, it will indicate that this country is ready for real, significant change.
Emotions are starting to show on the campaign trail.
My husband had a heart attack. 10 years later, he had cancer.
I hear so many stories like this, and you think about raising 5 kids, and then illness hits, and you do the best you can. It's just not right. It's just not right. I'm so sorry.
As Bernie Sanders tries to push ahead of Hillary Clinton in Iowa, where polls show them running neck and neck, he is highlighting his rival's ties to Wall Street.
How does Wall Street get away with it? Millions in campaign contributions and speaking fees.
I'm telling you, I will say it tonight.
Sanders agreeing to Clinton's demands for another debate next week, on the condition they will also hold additional debates later in the spring.
We are willing to say if she's willing to do a number of debates later on.
How are you? Clinton non-committal about debating beyond next week in New Hampshire, where Sanders is leading in the polls, and she stands to gain politically from an extra chance to make her case.
I've said we should start looking for dates and working to get those scheduled. I'm perfectly fine with that. But first things first, we have to agree that we're going to debate in New Hampshire.
After President Obama this week praised Clinton in an interview,
she can govern and she can start here day one.
He gave both candidates a boost while rallying congressional Democrats.
Everyone's scouring my every word to find some deeper meaning, see if I'm trying to put my finger on the scales. So let me simplify things. Democrats will win in November, and we will have a Democratic president succeeding me.
Here in South Carolina, the latest polls have Hillary Clinton as the front runner. The former U.S. Secretary of State leads Bernie Sanders 64 to 27%. The state's Democratic primary happens in less than a month. That's on Saturday, February 27th. The same poll also shows who South Carolinians favor on the GOP side. Donald Trump leads with 36% support to 20% for Ted Cruz and 14% for Marco Rubio and 9% for Jeb Bush. The South Carolina Republican primary happens on February 20th. Get those